Morning, folks. Lindsay Huddleston here with SPS in the building. Good morning, Michelle. Forgive me if I'm a little late. We're changing all the clocks back. They're all off a few. Morning, folks. Sorry about that. They're all off a few minutes. You know, I see that Michelle said good morning at 7:03. Looks like it's 7:05. I got one clock saying 7:01. Forgive me. We're getting adjusted. I see a few folks here. What is today's morning motivation? What is the topic today? It's grinding all my life, grinding to a critical mass, grinding to a critical mass. Okay, what are we talking about today? I've really been interested in talking about this topic. Shout out to my guy, Keith Tate, or should I say Keith Keys to the New Crib Tate. That's right. That's right. Got a chance to see my guy. Was it Thursday night? We got together for some little veteran hoops, as they say, old man hoops, and it was good to get with Keith and get together. Keith has been doing some amazing work in his real estate business and also being a social tastemaker, that is, doing some great things. Here, let me pull my face up. Excuse me. Not that you want to just see my face, but I had that image up there of Nip. But here I am. I'm here, folks. I'm here. But shout out to my guy, Keith Tate. Got a chance to see Keith. I've been knowing Keith for several years. He's definitely a tastemaker. He had a great event, celebrating Black excellence last night. I wasn't able to make it, but it was a great brunch, I'm sure. And he and I had a great conversation, talking about the subject of a critical mass, grinding to a critical mass. And forgive me if the live just came on a few seconds ago. A little glitches here. Pardon me. But I'll start again by just saying good morning to everyone. Good morning to Michelle, Mimi Watkins. I know she checked in. And to everyone else. I know my guy Randy, young Reggie, had a birthday yesterday. That's another thing, too. But I was talking about today's topic, grinding to a critical mass. From grinding all my life to a critical mass. And Nipsey also has a very, very popular song out called Grinding All My Life. And Keith and I were kind of talking about that subject when we got together. And like I said, Keith is doing some amazing things in this real estate work. You can look him up if you're looking for a new home. I'll definitely be following up with Keith with some things I have planned. But, me and Keith go way back. Early on in my podcasting world, he was one of the first guys I kind of explored more with. And based on him, I give him complete credit. Say, hey, man, let's try this idea. And we kind of got out of our comfort zones. We had the Coach's Culture podcast, right, Keith? And we were at his home, a lovely home that he had. He has since moved on and purchased a new home. Looking forward to getting over there, hanging out with him and his beautiful family. And I just remember, man, we had some of his hip-hop classic vinyls up on the wall. It was everything from, say, Jay-Z's Blueprint to Common's, one of the Common albums. It was just dope. Marvin Gaye pictures. It was just dope. And we had a dope vibe. And, that was early on. And Keith and I went in different directions. I got, locked in more on SPS. He was developing some more things. No love lost at all. And I'm grateful for our relationship to this day. But we were talking about the idea. So in Nipsey's song, Grinding All My Life, it's funny how you can listen to a song and then you can listen to it again almost years later and you hear different things that were there the whole time. I think it has a lot to do with what you're locked in on. And again, this is a rap song. It has some explicit lyrics, et cetera, et cetera. It represents the gangster rap era, but it's inspirational to many. And no matter what your take is, be able to glean things from it from a conceptual aspect. So one of the things Nipsey talks about, he says, all my life, been grinding all my life, sacrifice, hustle, paid the price. Here's the key thing. You want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. That part about want a slice, got to roll the dice. I've been hearing that, but it just resonated with me more so recently. Because what is he saying? If you want a slice of this figurative or symbolic American pie, if you want more than what you have, then you got to roll the dice. And who are you betting on? You betting on yourself. You got to get out there. You got to get out of your comfort zone. If you want more, if you want a slice of this great American pie that definitely wasn't handed to us, definitely wasn't given to us. And if something is given to you, doesn't necessarily mean you can hold on to it. But you got to roll the dice. That's why I'm grinding all my life. I got a comment here. Michelle say, take that risk. Right on point. I appreciate you. Yeah, you got to take that risk. But the key is this, though, Michelle. Thank you for saying that. It seems that we seem to take the risk on the wrong things. We seem to take the risk, on somebody else's dream. I'm at a point right now where I get calls from people, and I know where they're at because I've been there. who got plans for SPS, or I know other entrepreneurs and business owners who people call them and they got a plan for their business and their plan for their business. That's go make that person come in and basically say, I'm gonna take over your idea and you go pay me probably more than what you get, because they're at that point that they want to do something, but they're not totally committed to doing their own thing, because what? It's gonna take a little while to get there. And even though if the term critical mass may not be familiar with you, because it's not an everyday term, let's not kid ourselves. It's not an everyday term, but what do I mean when I say critical mass, Michelle? You know, critical mass is defined as a size, number, or an amount large enough to produce a particular result. It's when you get to that critical mass. You know, in business, you know, a critical mass is when a company becomes profitable. It's probably about the easiest way to put it. It's just like, boom, we're there. And what does critical mass actually look like? Let me show you a visual of what that looks like. I don't want to take you guys back to econ and macro and micro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Western Michigan University. Got me through that. But here's what a critical mass looks like. If you can see my cursor, you see this point on the graph where you go from this, you know, the index was 0, 0. Nothing, got nothing popping, right? It's just the idea. Then you got a little bit you're trying to do, and you just moving along. Oh, man, I'm grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. Grinding all my life. And then you get here. You start getting up to that point of critical mass. SPS is at a critical mass right now. And I can go back and look and say, you know, how long have I been at that critical mass? But it's because of support from entities like this, you know. It's the, you know, Horatio Williams Foundations of the world. You know, shout out to them as sponsors. It's Gilead Sciences. Shout out to them as sponsors. It's Dick's Sporting Goods. Shout out to them as sponsors. But see, that critical mass part I'm talking about, it's ironic that on the number graph, you see numbers 1, 2 on the bottom axis, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes that can represent days, weeks, months. Yep, I'm about to say that word, that Y word, years. To be honest, man, it's almost like this graph was ready for me, because it took a SPS about this long if you really want to get there to get to a critical mass. You know, shout out to my guy, Coach Dennis Foster over at Hamtramck. Going to be down there with him and Athletic Director Brian Anderson to celebrate what they've been doing this season. They're going to go up against my other guy, Brandon Barrett and the Panthers of UPrep. You know, it's going to be a battle, but, you know, Dennis and the Cosmos of Hamtramck are trying to close out the season. Also, the young ladies, the girls team, I want to be able to highlight them. They've been having a great season. But with Dennis's success, being ranked amongst the top teams in the state, before he got to that critical mass, man, people was laughing at Hamtramck high school basketball, laughing at him. You know, the same way somebody may be laughing at what you're doing. But here's the problem. Here's where people go wrong. So many times where this image up here, you got the person grinding. Then you got this guy right here, and he stops. He stops short of his critical mass. He stops short of his opportunity to make something happen. He stopped short of his diamonds, if you will. You see that? I'm going to leave this up for a while. This is it. This is what Nipsey is talking about. I'm grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. This is the guy rolling the dice. Man, I'm about to get out here. I got a feeling, man, there's diamond in them heels, man. Let me go at it. And it's ironic that he has on a shirt and tie, because this can be in your business. This can be at work. Hell, this can be in a relationship. Look at you, just grinding. And what happens? The guy gets defeated, not knowing that it's just one step away. When the great things that happen for my business, when the breakthroughs happen, I had so many no's, Michelle, that I didn't really know when the yes was going to come. But because I was so committed. See, these diamonds for me aren't necessarily just diamonds and golds. I don't wear diamonds anymore. I had some in my wedding ring. This is not a slight to my marriage or the conclusion of it. But, you know, your diamonds can be your family. Your diamonds can be the freedom that comes with being your own boss. Your diamond can be New Breed Track Club, Michelle, you know, being able to help these young people. Your diamonds can be so many things, but it has to be your diamonds. It has to be your diamonds. You just need that one yes. Talk about it, Michelle. Talk about it. You know, Michelle was that one yes. He said, come on over and get with K Jeff, you know, Team Jefferson. This outstanding young lady is doing great things. Appreciated my words. And believe me, sometimes all you want is that one yes. You don't want everybody's mess and one come with it. You know, and I think we get so caught up with volume instead of quality. We get so caught up with quantity instead of quality also. So here's what I'm getting at. You know, you got to, one, it got to be what you want. Because the only way you going to reach a critical mass in something significant is if you're going after what you want. There's no way in the world you can be grinding all your life for something you don't even want. Because what you'll do like that image. You'll turn away. Soon as it's going to get tough. And it will. Oh, it's going to get tough. Yep. It's going to get tough. My guy, Ramon Thompson. Yes, sir. What's up, baby? Talk about somebody you know about the grind. That's been my guy, man. Going back to Henry Ford High School. You know, Henry Ford High School, the now, you know, deleted, you know, destroyed, just the memory, you know, Cooley High School basketball courts. And this young man is out here impacting young people's lives every day. Ramon Thompson, my guy. We got to get up soon. But we talking about, it got to be something you passionate about. Talking about somebody who's passionate about education. Ramon can't make a move without being around these young brothers. Shout out to Coach Kevin Marshall. Thinking about you, brother. Keep pushing through, my brother. You know, I was just out there in Saginaw, Bearcat country with the Bridgeport Bearcats. You know, Jalen Hodges, young man I got to sit with, and of course, Coach Kevin Marshall, More Than a Coach. Check him out. Author to be, working on some things. Check him out on social media, particularly Twitter. Follow More Than a Coach. But you're right, Coach. We go get out here and get it, man. I know you passionate. You haven't given up on your diamonds that you working towards, right? So there's a few more things I want to share. Shout out to my guy Dan Ringo again. He was one of the features in last week's Monday Motivation. But, you know, I'm just on the internet, just kind of glancing. You're welcome, brother. Just glancing on Facebook. And I got my guy out here dropping jewels like he was part of my discussion today. What did Dan say today? Dan said, check this out. This is what Dan posted. Dan Ringo posted, look at every situation you have going on in your life right now and ask yourself, what's the long play, right? What's the long play, folks? How will this look 1 to 3 years, 4 to 5, and 6 to 10 years from now? I'm not finished with Dan's comment. There's more to that, but just think about what he said. How will this look 1 to 3 years, 4 to 5 years, 6 to 10 years, right? And then Dan goes on to say, then ask yourself if you're prepared for each of the scenarios you play out in your head. If not, then, my friend, you got some work to do. You're right. Shout out to Dan Ringo and Sugar Please. I'm going to get over there to support Sugar Please real soon and roll up on you and get me some of that good stuff, you know, that great pastries and whatnot, you know, just even the colors look good and vibrant, right? You know, yes, sir. I love you too, brother. Shout out to Coach Ramon Thompson. Look at my folks, man, joining in, showing love, right? To my guy. Let me shout out to my people, you know, my boy, you know, Kevin Marshall, my guy, you know, Michelle Mimi Watkins said, you just need that one yes, somebody who knows. Well, Michelle, she's hitting it. Take the risk. I want you to see what these people are saying, these accomplished individuals, how they're chiming in, right? But to Dan's point, we have all these opportunities, and you got to really look at what do I want to do. Madeline Huddleston will have a choice if she wants to be further involved in SPS, because SPS ain't going nowhere. It's going to be there for my daughter. And it's not going to be one of those things that, oh, you got to take over the business, but that opportunity is going to be there for her. It's going to be there. Good morning, Joe. Joe Point checking in. You know, I got nothing but love for this family right here. What's Joe talking about? I got a bit of pull a comment. She said, love that. Love that. Look at the long play. See? Joe said, look at the long play. And we don't do that, Joe. We want this short-term gratification. And I ain't mad. That's how you rolling. If you need something just to get you through, I'm not mad at that. What I'm saying, for these, there's something that you have to give to the universe. There's something you have to give to the world. And when you think about grinding all your life to get to that critical mass, I just don't want you to get to the point where you just grind and feeling you're going to wear yourself out. Because guess what happens? To Joe's point, speaking on what Dan said, when you look at the long play, when a new opportunity presents itself, when you reach a goal, you'll be able to set another goal and move forward, right? You'll be able to set another goal and be able to do something different. And that's what's happening with me. I'm able to kind of focus on some things. Like, for example, as Fabulous says, it's going to be a cold summer. Well, this summer it's going to be a peer leadership summer. What do you mean, Lindsay? This is going to be the summer that when I'm out here, what you're going to hear me talking about is peer leadership, you know. Number love for you too, Joe. Nothing but love. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to the whole fam. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to everybody. Great people, no doubt. So to Dan Ringo's point, that's 2 weeks in a row Dan has been blessing us. He said, you got to ask yourself, man, what you trying to do? See, let me add a little bit more. So many times where our long play is influenced by somebody else because we want something that people go nod to and say, yeah, that's a good idea, man. You know, I like that. And it is great to have, positive reinforcement. It's great to have people supporting what you're saying. That's great. It's human nature. It's human nature. You want to have support. But man, let me tell you something. You got to get out there by yourself. You got to be solo dolo. That's right. Sometimes people not going to get it. You're not going to understand. That's okay. Because if in your heart of hearts, that's what you feel, that's it. And look what happens. Now I focus on the critical mass point, but look what happens after that. Look how you just go up. What Fat Joe say, all the way up, praises go up, blessings go down. But look at all this. Look at this. After you hit that critical mass, you are going to continue to go up. That's right. After you keep going, right? If you keep going, you hit that critical mass. Look at what you get. And look what's going to happen with this guy's scenario. There's so much going on right here. It's one of those situations, I'm seeing more as I go. Look, when he breaks through, he going to get all the diamonds that old boy was trying to get. Come on, you see that? When he breaks through, they said they're like, dog, you're not just going to get what's in your path. You'll get what's all around for those who gave up. Respect that leadership summit. Yeah, that's right, brother. Respect that. Leadership summit for them peers. I like that. Yep. You're going to be involved in that, Kevin. I'm going to reach out to you. We'll reach out to you to get you involved in that because you're doing such a great job. So before I let you guys go, I just really want to kind of bring this all together. And I hope this wasn't kind of all over the place. We had some technical problems early on, but we good. I'm seeing some great people that I really care about and I really appreciate, whether it's people who just entered into my life or people who've been in my life for some time. I just want to say, I know you're going to get tired. I know you can get tired and get heavy laden. I know, man. I know that feeling. But that's why it got to be something that you're so passionate about. It got to be something that God put on your heart. When my brother said, I move alone all the time. That way I don't want, it won't be on me like that. Then I refocus and I go in a different direction. That's right. You hear what Kevin is saying? He say you're there. You're all about it. And that's right. You got to be able to move along. Kevin is picking up on what I'm talking about. Kevin got this idea and he's like, man, sometimes you're not going to get all that community buy-in out the gate. And sometimes somebody made a good point. We run around and tell somebody our idea to get all these accolades. And because the endorphins go out in our brain, it feels so good. It sounds so good. We don't even want to do it no more. We got the result we want. We got praise. For many, praise is currency. Oh, that's a good idea, man. That would be dope. Then these endorphins go out. You feel good. It's the idea of someone giving you a mental hug. Like, oh, now you don't even want to do it. But you need somebody to look at you. Thank you, brother. You need somebody to look at you like, what? You gonna do what? You about to do what? What? Good. You ain't feeling good. That means I really got to do it. And you might not even have to say nothing at all. Just work, man. Just work. Because guess what? Everybody out, the other grinders, the other people out here who digging, to be honest, they don't really have much time to do. They don't have much time to praise you or criticize you. They probably definitely don't want to criticize you, but they don't have much time for the praise. So guess what? They working. How this man up here, this image, who could be a male or female, any color, creed, or whatever, race, ethnicity, gender, how they got time to both praise you and criticize? See, you be asking the people working to praise you. Asking Coach Marshall to give you praise. Now, bless his heart. He's a nice guy like that. He'll give you some praise. Bless Michelle's heart. Bless Joe's heart. Bless Coach Ramon Thompson's heart. They good people. They'll give you some praise, but they're busy working. They out here, digging to get their diamonds. And they definitely don't have time to criticize you. They don't got time for that. But you should be driven by something. It should be driving you to say, this is what I'm working on. Huh? And if some people make some comments and say some off things, okay, that's on them. Uh-huh. Just work. Uh-huh. That's the answer. Lakita, the Coach Gans know about. You must have heard me talk about the course at Cooley. Hey, Ramon, we got Keita out here. Me and Keita been talking recently, reminiscing on them times out there on the course. He was out there getting it in. Look at him. He done showed up. Dan Ringo, for many praise is the currency. Dan, I'm up here quoting your Facebook post, brother. Your Facebook posts are in line with what I'm talking about. Talk about hitting the critical mass point. Let's talk about Lakita and her coach Rob and her son Rob. Rob is doing his thing, no doubt. Talking about critical mass. This young brother's been on it for so long, and now we at this point right now. Well, look, Keita, Rob done hit that critical mass, hasn't he? Whether it's the offers, whether him going baseline and dunking and throwing it down. I mean, my goodness. He's making it happen all the way around. So look at all these go-getters I got here on my timeline, man. Look at all these folks I got here talking about how they go get it. People I've mentioned. If I haven't mentioned your name, or if you're someone who's listened to this and I'm not saying your name, it don't matter. Let that be your motivation. I don't know. Maybe you want to be like, man, I want Lindsay to shout me out one day because how I'm getting it in. I'm only just talking about the people who've been out here working. Lakita and what she's been doing, the impact she's having. You know, I'm only shouting out the people that I just see. What my guy Ramon say, ooh, yeah, Coach Gantz. Crazy buckets. Facts, no doubt. She go get in your head, too. Shoot, Lakita probably drove me to sports psychology. She was talking so much trash, but I love her to death. She know that, too. You know, so, guys, I appreciate everybody chiming in. I hope this is a message you can go back and listen to from the start, just to talk about, you know, grinding all my life to that critical mass. Just keep going, keep pushing, and you go get that critical mass. You'll get that breakthrough. And sometimes we only have a minute to acknowledge the breakthrough because we on to the next. You got to make the next set of goals. You got to have something else bigger and better that you go on for. But don't give up. I'm going to show you this image one more time because it speaks volumes. Keep grinding, break through, and you're going to end up getting not just what's meant for you, but what somebody else left behind. You can't help it. It's called to the victor go the spoils, to the one who stood out, who kept going, who kept believing. Not only are you going to get what's meant for you, you're going to get in abundance other stuff. All right? You see this last comment before we get out of here. What Lakita say? I drove a lot of people to sports psychology. Yeah, you did. You hear it, Coach. You hear it, Ray. Lakita drove people to sports. Like, I got to get my mind together because this woman got me out here going crazy. Yeah, but it's nothing but love. And look at us now. Look at you had a Kevin. You have a blessed day too, brother. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. SBS is going to shout out and be down in Hamtramck this Wednesday, you know, and seeing what's going on. Beth has just chimed in. I stumbled upon your talk this morning. Great wisdom. I'm glad you stumbled upon it. And when I hit the end button, go back and check it out because it's something for everybody, I think. You know, and it comes from the heart. You know, I appreciate you guys. You know, what my guy Ray said. Hold on for a second. Ray says, good morning. Lakita Ramon says, good morning. He said, so proud of young Rob and his work he's putting in. See you soon. Have an awesome day. We can learn from the babies. We can learn from the babies and what the babies are doing, how they grinding. You know, be inspired. Don't be jealous if a young man is getting it in or he's having more of a career trajectory than you. Learn something from it. This is a universal law, universal principle. Well, with that, guys, we've had a long SPS Monday motivation, but I think it's been fruitful. You know, you got to go where the Spirit leads you, and it was on my heart to share. You know, oh, you weary folks, that's okay. Just keep pushing. Just keep grinding, and you're going to be all right. You want to get to that critical mass. You're going to get to that breakthrough moment. As my great Uncle Joe would say, you know, Uncle Joe would say, it's like taking off in an airplane. You're going through all this turbulence, right? And you're just trying to break through. But if you stay with it, you break through the turbulence. You break through the turbulence, and you get to that point, and that sun hits you in the face, and you smooth out, and you float into your next destination. And that's it. What did Lakita say? I want to get this last comment. Lakita says, amen. Glad I tapped in. Go back and rewatch. I'm glad, Lakita. I think it's something good for everybody. I appreciate you. Appreciate what you've done most recently when we were working together with the, virtual coaches summit, talking about back to play, and we're getting ready for the playoffs. You know, Coach Kevin Martell Hammond, he said, tell Hamtramck's coach, you go see him at the Brez of April. That's right. Y'all gonna be down there getting it in. And SPS will be there too. Number love. Go have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year. Have a great life. Grind to that critical mass. Number love. SPS is out. Peace.